Gregory Peck was born on April 5, 1916, in La Jolla, California, and his early years were marked by emotional distance and quiet determination. After his parents divorced when he was young, he was largely raised by his grandmother, a woman whose discipline and values deeply influence his character. Tall, reserved, and thoughtful, Peck stood apart from other children and learned early how to rely on inner strength. His education at San Diego State College and later the University of California, Berkeley awakened a passion for acting that would soon become his life's work. What began as curiosity turned into commitment, and the stage became his classroom for understanding human behavior. Even in those formative years, Peck displayed the moral seriousness and calm authority that would later define his screen image. His childhood hardships quietly shaped the empathy and dignity audiences would come to admire. Rising stardom and a reputation for integrity. Peck's career began on the stage in the early 1940s, where his discipline and presence quickly caught Hollywood's attention. His film debut in Days of Glory in 1944 introduced audiences to an actor whose performances felt sincere and deeply grounded. Within a few years, he became one of the most respected leading men of his generation, starring in films such as The Keys of the Kingdom, Gentleman's Agreement, and Roman Holiday. His roles often reflected themes of justice, courage, and emotional restraint, earning him both critical praise and public trust. Peck's defining performance as Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird solidified his image as a symbol of moral clarity. Unlike many stars, he avoided scandal and cultivated a reputation for seriousness and responsibility. This consistency made him not only admired, but believed, a rare quality in Hollywood's golden age, a life of values. Beyond the screen. Off-screen, Gregory Peck was known for his commitment to humanitarian causes and social justice. He supported civil rights, freedom of expression, and equality at a time when such positions were not always popular in Hollywood. His personal life, marked by both love and tragedy, added depth to his public image. The loss of his eldest son Jonathan in 1975 was a wound he never fully healed from, and it gave his compassion a quieter gravity. Peck once said that pain reshapes a person's understanding of others, and those who knew him believed this loss made him even more gentle and reflective. His second marriage to journalist Veronique Pisani became a lifelong partnership built on mutual respect and stability. Through family life, advocacy, and artistic discipline, Peck lived by the same principles he portrayed on screen: dignity, responsibility, and quiet strength. Two icons, two different styles. For decades, film lovers speculated about the relationship between Gregory Peck and Robert Mitchum, two towering figures who represented very different kinds of masculinity and performance. Peck embodied moral authority, restraint, and classical training, while Mitchum carried an instinctive, rebellious energy that felt raw and unpredictable. Their most famous collaboration came in Cape Fear in 1962, where Peck played a principled lawyer and Mitchum portrayed a menacing ex-convict. On screen, their contrast created unforgettable tension. Off-screen, however, the two men rarely spoke publicly about one another. This silence fueled curiosity and rumor, leaving fans to wonder whether they had been rivals, friends, or simply colleagues who respected distance. It was only later in life that Peck chose to reflect openly on Mitchum, offering a more human and balanced portrait of their connection and revealing how deeply he admired Mitchum's unique artistic presence. Gregory Peck finally speaks. In his later years, Gregory Peck addressed his thoughts about Robert Mitchum with a tone of calm respect rather than controversy. He acknowledged that their acting styles were entirely different, shaped by opposing philosophies of preparation and instinct. Peck believed in rehearsal, structure, and moral intention, while Mitchum relied on natural rhythm and emotional intuition. Yet Peck admitted that Mitchum possessed something rare, an effortless authenticity that could not be taught. He made it look easy, Peck once reflected, noting that this was Mitchum's true genius. Rather than seeing their differences as conflict, Peck described them as complementary forces within cinema. He recognized Mitchum's ability to create danger and complexity without exaggeration. This honesty surprised many who expected rivalry. Instead, Peck's words revealed admiration and professional curiosity, showing that two very different artists could respect each other's gifts without needing closeness or competition. Working together on Cape Fear, Peck recalled that working with Mitchum on Cape Fear was intense, but creatively rewarding. Mitchum's portrayal of Max Cady carried an unsettling realism that affected the atmosphere of the entire set. Peck admitted that Mitchum's presence could feel intimidating even between takes, which only strengthened the film's emotional tension. At the same time, he remembered Mitchum as witty and intellectually sharp, capable of lightening the mood with dry humor after demanding scenes. This balance between seriousness and playfulness helped sustain the long production schedule. Peck appreciated that Mitchum understood when to push emotional boundaries and when to step back. Their collaboration was not built on friendship, but on mutual professionalism. Each actor brought something distinct to the story, and Peck later reflected that Mitchum's performance elevated his own. It was a meeting of opposites that produced one of cinema's most chilling psychological dramas. Respect without judgment. Peck did not ignore Mitchum's reputation as a rule breaker and outsider in Hollywood, but he chose to view it with understanding rather than criticism. As a man who valued family and discipline, Peck admitted he sometimes found Mitchum's lifestyle puzzling. Yet he respected Mitchum's refusal to conform to studio expectations or public image. He was his own man, Peck once said, recognizing the courage it took to live authentically in an industry built on illusion. This perspective revealed Peck's maturity and fairness. He did not romanticize rebellion, nor did he condemn it. Instead, he saw Mitchum as an artist who expressed truth through a different path. Their shared ground was not personality, but purpose. Both believed in honesty on screen. In speaking this way, Peck reframed their relationship as one of quiet recognition rather than rivalry, shaped by difference and mutual esteem. A reflection on Hollywood brotherhood. By breaking his silence, Gregory Peck offered more than commentary on Robert Mitchum. He provided insight into how great artists coexist. He showed that respect does not require closeness, and that difference does not mean division. Hollywood history often thrives on dramatic rivalries, but Peck's words replaced myth with nuance. He acknowledged envy of Mitchum's natural ease while remaining proud of his own discipline. This honesty humanized both men. It reminded audiences that legends are shaped not only by roles, but by relationships, perceptions, and private reflections. Peck's calm evaluation revealed a man at peace with his journey, able to appreciate another's brilliance without diminishing his own. In doing so, he demonstrated the same fairness he brought to Atticus Finch. His reflections preserved Mitchum's legacy alongside his own, ensuring that their shared chapter in film history would be remembered as a meeting of distinct yet equally powerful talents. The final years and a peaceful farewell. Gregory Peck passed away on June 12, 2003, at the age of 87, after a life marked by artistic excellence and personal dignity. He died peacefully at his home in Los Angeles, surrounded by the calm he valued so deeply. At his side was his wife Veronique, his partner of nearly 50 years, whose presence symbolized the stability and love that defined his later life. News of his passing brought tributes from across the world, honoring him not only as a great actor, but as a moral figure in American culture. His death marked the close of an era, yet his influence endured through his films and the values he represented. Peck's farewell felt consistent with the way he lived, quietly, gracefully, and with strength rooted in character rather than spectacle. A legacy shared with another legend. Gregory Peck's reflections on Robert Mitchum revealed a deeper truth about legacy, that greatness comes in many forms. Peck stood for discipline, justice, and moral clarity, while Mitchum embodied instinct, mystery, and emotional risk. Together, they represented the full spectrum of human expression on screen. Peck's final words about Mitchum were not dramatic, but sincere, shaped by years of thought and distance. He honored Mitchum as an artist who challenged expectations and brought something irreplaceable to cinema. In doing so, he reminded the world that Hollywood's golden age was built not on rivalry, but on diversity of spirit. His legacy lives on through his films, his family, and the values he practiced. And in acknowledging Mitchum with respect, Gregory Peck showed that true greatness lies not only in performance, but in understanding and honoring the gifts of others.